Hi there, and welcome to today's devotional. My name's Tim Armstrong, and today's message is, why do bad things happen? Now, this is probably a common question that you might get as a believer from somebody who isn't a believer, who doesn't know God is. They'll be like, well, if God is this loving being, why does he allow bad things to happen? Why do we see so much chaos, so much hurt in the world? And honestly, it can be a tough question to answer. I know for me, for the longest time, I couldn't answer that question. But obviously, I didn't want to put my foot in my mouth, so I just told people, I don't know. But obviously, that's not reassuring to people. But what I've come to learn is there are three reasons why bad things happen, and it's not God's will or it's not his doing. It's these three usually. It's either a direct attack from Satan, the free will that God's given us, and we act in it, and just the overall fall of humanity, which began at the garden when God wanted to create partnership with humans, but obviously Adam and Eve fell in the garden to the deception from the devil and ate from the tree of knowledge instead of from the tree of life. But the great thing about when bad things happen in life is there's a restoration can come. God's glory can come out of that. You know, we've been through this pandemic for the last 15 months, and a lot of people think, it's been bad, it's been crazy and stuff like that. And I feel like God's allowed it to happen because he wants to shine his light on the corruption. There's so many things that are unraveling because of this pandemic. Things are coming out that obviously it was fake. It was created in a lab. With the elections here in the United States, there's a lot of fraud being exposed there. And that's even the same if we boil it down into our personal lives. When sickness happens, it's usually not from God. Or if somebody dies in a car accident that we love, they were killed by a drunk driver, that usually wasn't, in God's plan. It was that person who decided to have too much to drink and use their free will to get behind the wheel and make a poor decision. But what God wants to do is he wants to bring restoration. He wants to bring good things out of bad situations. If we look at Romans 8:28, it says, "And we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose for them." So obviously, God wants to bring restoration. He wants us to believe that we can pray and overcome sickness, overcome financial struggles. So that's the thing that we need to keep in mind is when bad things happen, they're going to continue to happen. We live in a fallen world. But the beauty is we serve a God who wants to bring restoration, and we can pray and believe that that restoration is going to come not only in our personal lives, but in events for the world. So I hope you guys enjoyed this devotional today. If you have prayers, please visit the project's website, link in the description. Robert and I would love to be lifting you guys up in prayer. With that being said, thank you for stopping by, and God bless.